Hey everybody, how are you? John Bonham here, also known as Cape Cod Wet Shaving. I have another product use review video for you. So this one's a long time coming. I've had this set for I think 3 or 4 months at least, maybe 5. And I've had them sitting on a shelf in my shave den at eye level specifically so I would see it and not forget about it. And I forgot about it. So, and I get sidetracked, moth surrounded by light bulbs, as I like to say. So today is that day. Finally, I get to use it on camera. And I am talking about lighter. Okay. I hope that's how it's pronounced. That's how it's spelled. And here in America, we are good at just not pronouncing things correctly. But I also have the aftershave lotion. And I also have the EDC, or the cologne. So this will be interesting. I have not opened any of this stuff. Again, I've been specifically waiting for this. I've heard from some people. Oh, I have a straight hair there. I've heard from some people that, see that? That drives me crazy. Sorry. Where was I? I've heard from some people that this is very good stuff. I've seen it around. I saw a spike in it briefly, which is actually what got my attention and made me go find it. And then it just kind of went away. So very much looking forward to the shave. Hardware, because it matched and because of horsehair. I'm using my Sumogue horsehair brush. Since I was on Shave Masters, horsehair has come up a lot. It's a topic that's kind of just come out of nowhere. I'm a huge proponent of horsehair brushes. I love them. I know a lot of people do not for, really good reasons, reasons that I don't mind. But if you're new to horsehair or even thinking about them, there's 2 things about horsehair you need to know. One, they're, depending on the knot, they're floppy and very, very soft. Brown Spanish horsehair with a big loft is going to be very floppy, very, it looks like, I don't even know what to compare it to. It's just, it's like an artist paintbrush. It'll just go flat against your skin. I don't mind it at all. Be a fact, I would prefer the softness of horsehair over the softness of synthetic. That's just me. However, this one is a good example. It's a smaller loft and shorter hairs, so it does have a lot more backbone to it. The other thing is horsehairs stink every time. They're always going to stink. They're very funky. They're the stinkiest animal hair, in my opinion. Take longer to break in and get that smell out, but it's not impossible. They're the stinkiest, but I really like them. They're underrated in my opinion. So having said that, the thing I'm going to be using to shave with, this is the Vanderhagen 100 millimeter stainless. I don't know, I forget the actual name of it. But the cap and the plate, I believe, are mule. Could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure I got them at Maggard's because the old cap broke. The screw broke into the thing. By the way, if that ever happens to you, I would recommend a pencil eraser. If you're able to get the little piece of the screw that's down in there high enough, you can get the pencil eraser, it'll grip it, and you can just get it right out of there, which is what I did. So, treat platinum blade in there as well. So, in the bowl. This is from my friend Chris Parsons at Wizard's Shave Supply. He gifted this to me. How you doing, buddy? See this? And that'll be the bowl I'm using. So, let's go ahead and open this up and smell it for the first time, and I'll let you know what I think. All right. This is later in the day, and believe it or not, I can't believe I'm going to say this, I'm coffeeed out. I've had 2 of my gigantic cups today, so I am actually drinking soda. In my Shave Masters mug. And I don't know if anyone's had this. Cherry Dr. Pepper. Great stuff. I like it a lot. All right. Here we go. Probably going to be a steel tube. Yep. There it is. A little dented up. That's all right. I'm surprised it didn't have the little cap in it. But it's European. So it's a, I wanted to say minty, but it's not quite that. Woody, green, very fresh. Maybe a little bit of aloe and or tea tree. Very nice. I like it. All right, let's see how it lathers. It is vegan, I believe. This is a Polish brand. Classic shaving cream, suitable for all skin types. Gives reach foam, and the unique formula provides a precise shave without the effect of skin drying and irritation. Coconut oil that moisturizes the skin. Fragrance, citrus, delicately spicy, woody. Oh, all right. I would have thought there'd be citrus in there. And nope, it's vegan. I'll go ahead and show you the ingredients. There you go. So this will be a treat. All right. Let's go ahead and get the lather. So it's Polish, lighter as we know it, from what I was able to find online. Has existed in this form since 2007. However, the company, I don't know, it's here somewhere, has been around since the 1920s. The one that owns it now, so has a history. I didn't want to turn it into a history shave, otherwise I would have looked into it a little more, but that's what I got to work with so far. Added just a smidgen of water. Oh, there's the citrus right there, boy. Woo! Wow! That's nice. It's like a lime. Wowza. I think I added a little too much water. Looks like. Yeah, got big bubbles in it. Oh, that's nice. That reminds me a little bit of a lemon starburst. Add a little bit more. I always do this with the creams. You're only supposed to do an all-in size, it says, but I always do more than that. It's just because I usually either like it thicker or I just simply add too much water, as I did in this case. So there we go. Wow, this is pleasant. It does. It reminds me of a lemon starburst, maybe lemon lime Gatorade a bit. There we go. That's better. See? All right. No pre-shave oil, none of that stuff. Just wash my face with an unscented Dove moisturizing bar. Oh. And I have the window open next to me. Up on the Cape, we have a brief window, no pun intended, where it's warm enough that we don't need the furnace on and cool enough that we don't need the AC units. Let me go close that. 1 second. Hi. Gotta love it. One time I had the window open. It's warm enough that we don't need the furnace, but cool enough that we don't need the AC units. And we have window units. We don't have central AC in this house, although I'd very much like to get it. That was cool. That just went right back in the bowl. 3-pointer. So we open all the windows in the house, and that's unfortunately the result. We don't even live in the city. That sounded like a city street. Our neighbors behind us are very, what's the word? Outgoing. In that they argue and stuff quite a bit, which I definitely didn't want that on camera. So that's why I decided to close the window. They're very unpredictable. Anywho, something always happens in my videos, man. Not very professional, but that's all right. It makes it legit. So that's very nice. I like that a lot. I don't really get a lot of woody notes to it, to be honest with you. That lather's pretty nice. Look at that. I definitely get citrus. So that aloe tea tree, before I lathered, was the citrus, I assume. Lemon lime kind of citrus. But it didn't smell like it in the tube. That was weird. All right. Here we go. I'll go ahead. You know what? I'll go ahead and speed this up like I did in the last video. That worked out. I'm going to shave, and then I'll come back and let you know my thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say a few things during my second pass that occurred to me before I forget. The suds dissipate a little bit, not a lot, but enough for me to notice. Not a huge deal. I've had way, way worse, some of which you've seen on video on this very channel here. I also wish it was a little more slick and a bit more cushiony, but again, not a big deal. It is a vegan tube cream, so it's not bad. I like it. I'm really curious about the post-shave feel is what I'm waiting for. So I'll go ahead and do a quick couple of swipes with the razor here for you to hear. You'll probably hear my daughter. She's about to go outside. The scent's really nice. I actually like it very, very much. It's very fresh, perfect for spring, summer. Now that I've gotten used to the citrus, I'm getting some of the green. I still don't really get woody notes. That's just me personally. But this is nice stuff. I would use this quite often. So let me go ahead and finish this, and then I'll come back and let you know my thoughts and do post-shave. See you in a sec. Alrighty, not bad. I love how I have, I'm sure y'all have the same thing. You can set your camera on your phone where if you wave your arms, it'll take a picture. Well, anytime I wave my arms for the video, it never starts. But I was literally just standing here doing this, and it started like 4 times. So that's annoying. Anyway, I don't know. No relevance to the video whatsoever. I just got a kick out of it because I was getting pretty pissed. Okay, so that was pretty pleasant. I think it has some palm oil in it, so palm oil makes me feel a little dryish after the shave, but this isn't bad. I probably would not want to use this in the wintertime. That's nice. I like the label a lot. It's very vintage. A lot of people would probably say it's plain Jane. I like that. It stands out to me. Very, very cool. Ooh, that smells good. Sheesh. Note to self, this stuff comes pouring out. Wow. Whoopsie. That came flying out. I hate when I do that. That's a waste. Ugh. It's my own stupid fault, too. It didn't have an inhibitor on it. Oh, that's good. Wow, that smells really good. That's more cologne. And it's sweeter. So there's like a sweeter citrus to that. God, it really bothers me. I just did that. It's a waste. There's a little woody elements to it now. Teeny bit. Maybe like a cedar. That smells very good. I like this splash a lot. Wow. A little different than the, quite different actually than the cream. I'm looking at that label too. Some of these labels, that alcohol will just strip the ink right off of it, which I hate. That's happened to me in transit on some of my aftershaves. I hate it. Don't alter the product, but the OCD just, kicks in. Starts making my bones itch when I try to go get a shave of the day and half the label's gone. Anywho. All right. Coupe de Gracie. I'm hoping this smells like the aftershave does. So see, that's kind of cool. All right. They're identical. Just the green's a little darker, which I thought was very clever. Because that's how it is on the box too. Where it is. There's the aftershave. There's the cologne. Very nice. I'm hoping very much. Nope. So there is no sprayer. Because I didn't see the draw hose in there. So I'm going to old school it. Uh-oh. There's my baby. Dab it. I'll do a little more on the wrist. I really like the smell of this stuff. All right. Yeah, I'll do a little under the shirt. So this is some old school stuff. I like it. I've gotten lazy. Bothers me there's no sprayer, but that's a new innovation. Newer innovation is the sprayer. Okay, so I like this stuff. I like it a lot, actually. It smells very pleasant. I really like the cologne, and I especially like the splash. I would actually pair the splash with other stuff. If you were going to have to pick something to pair it, look how much of that I wasted. Damn it. What would be a good thing? Barrister and Man Lime. This would be excellent to go with that. I would not do Nordost. Limeade from the Shave Mercantile. This would be an excellent splash for limeade. In fact, next time I use limeade, I'm going to use that. The Patriot from Heritage Hill. Perazzo Green goes well with that, and that's from the owner, John. How you doing, bud? But I also would use this, definitely, with the Patriot from Heritage Hill. There's one on the tip of my tongue, and I cannot remember what it is. It's a Crown and Crane soap. Bergamot from Crown and Crane, which she makes balms, no splashes. This would be a beautiful splash to use with Bergamot from Crown and Crane. So I'm sure I'll find other ones, but off the top of my head, that'd be a good handful of stuff to pair with this. Very good. All right. This microphone is probably picking up a lot of sounds. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to it. I did get a lot of pointers from people about this microphone. Thank you. I'm not going to wear it anymore. It's silly. I'm afraid I'm going to get it wet. A buddy of mine was like, I'm picking up like the sound of your trachea pulling in air. I was like, all right, that's disgusting and no good. So I have it next to my phone. Hopefully we'll see how this video goes, but it's a lot better. But that will do it, everybody. I forget how much this was. I should have looked all that up, but you can find it. Just look up lighter shave cream and it'll bring up everything else, which is what it did for me. And I was able to find everything pretty quickly. Pretty inexpensive, even better. There are not artisans, there are retailers in the States that carry this. So hopefully you will not have to pay, especially with everything going on now, international postage costs. So, but yeah, if you're interested, I would recommend this if you like cedar and more specifically citrus is what I meant to say. You're going to love this. It's very, very nice. Very lemon limey. Reminds me of lemon heads. Like I said, Starburst lemon. Very nice scent. So good shave. And post shave feels very, very good. I like it. Not bad. That'll do it, everybody. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it to the end. Thank you for returning. If you're new, this is what I do. I just do very kind of rough around the edges, very laid back, whatever I want videos. So that's your kind of thing. Subscribe if you want, and appreciate it. Y'all take care. Enjoy spring. Be safe. Take care of one another. And most important of all, enjoy those shaves. See you next time.